that stream.
Let's get started. Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hello, hello,
Bonjour.
and welcome back to another session with Waterdeeps Gauntlet. Overall, based upon the previous sessions that we've had here, the last session ended off after y'all taken care of the tavern itself, got it refurbished, got it cleaned up actually, and is situating into it nicely. You even had seen that some aspects of the spirit itself seem to have taken a liking to your group now, being a much more tamed and assisting you in certain endeavors, even pouring y'all drinks as y'all cater to. But y'all didn't really have the mindset of hiring staff or relatively planning out what you're going to be doing next. But just as it seemed that you had finally gotten your bearings down, a local group of thugs saw fit to enter into your tavern, and even got bold enough to identify as the last people who caused this same tavern trouble. Holding back and restraining yourselves from outright committing murder. Probably barely. Yet. Being a very big statement there. But truthful. You all relatively see that they come only bearing messages of what is to come, and flee more trouble for the tavern itself, which, who knows, mayhaps protection in and of itself may be required for the tavern. But you also heard, relatively soon, that there was a drinking competition up and coming at your local fighter's tavern. So what the hell, why not, right? You all decided it was of your best interest to go out and celebrate after actually having a pretty decent time just making things in and breaking in the new tavern. Your hard work seemed to now wanting a yield for reward. Y'all carry on. Quite swiftly, in fact. Taking in your measure. So, you all went, and most of y'all got slammed and hammered before the round 4. One of you holding in, though, quite well, actually. Putting in a little bit of competition, our relative Dragonborn, who, swiftly put you all under with his constitution, which is actually quite surprising for Hannah. But eventually, you got drunk out of the competition, with a clear winner eventually emerging. Which, y'all kinda had to help stumble your way back to the tavern at some points, with some of y'all kind of waking up in a more of a groggy state. And if I'm correct, this is where we carried on from. If anybody would like to correct me, just in case any information is left out or anything needs to be elaborated upon, any questions you may have, please do so now.
I think we're good.
Alright, well, with the day starting, what do y'all want to do?
First, gotta figure out who's waking up first, because whoever wakes up first is in charge of breakfast.
Y'all pretty much are gonna wake up around the same time, but I believe one of y'all actually has a quicker way to wake up than the others, if I'm correct. Would that not be usual? Considering you actually have more of a meditative state, if I'm correct.
No, I sleep just like any other person.
Oh, okay, then. Oh, wait, I know who it was. Never mind, my apologies. Overall, though, y'all pretty much are gonna wake up around the same relative time, let's be honest. However, another full set of sleep has occurred to you, HD.
Oh.
You no longer have your point of exhaustion.
Yeah.
So, we can go ahead and take that off. As you all pretty much wake up at the exact same moment, with a mixture of you actually waking up in pretty much Hannah's room after a light discussion was had and a time of meditation was made between you two. I'm gonna go ahead and say Hannah and Zoran. What are y'all doing first as you wake up?
I can imagine Hannah being a bit lazy. Probably trying to gather herself, grab her usual stuff that she takes to pray. Very sluggishly so. I mean, she was out for the count so early on that night. She's just trying to gather herself, probably stumbling around like, oh, Jesus.
Oh goodness!
Oh goodness.
My word!
Zoe would probably be taking a little bit to just fully wake up, make sure Hannah's doing all right, since they kind of knocked out in like the first 2 rounds.
Okay.
She's probably just trying to like feel around the table or the pillows, trying to look for like her like satchel or anything else. Just trying to find where her stuff is. Whew. I need a drink.
Immediately motioning back and looking through. I don't believe you actually had bought any private alcohol amongst your inventory.
Mm.
Not yet.
So it looks like you're gonna have to go back to the stock.
Ah, shit.
Her kind of just like feeling around the pillows, a moment of realization, like freezing there and being like, oh. And she gets up on her feet and it's like, I gotta check if there's anything downstairs. She's struggling. Hangovers.
Stumbling, leaning against the wall.
Being help.
But she has a mission. That's to get
Go ahead.
some alcohol.
What was that? Decky, you were speaking?
I know, it was just a wax and Hannah needed help.
Ah.
I'd love help. Some tea, some alcohol, just something. Thank you, doll.
Anytime.
I don't know how to get downstairs from here. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm moving up to Dragon, yo. I was actually about to say, how about we get to you, Ark? How are you waking up upon the morning?
Probably with one hell of a headache from the.
Comparatively.
He's probably gonna wake up and be very groggy at the start. Probably a bit of a headache. Just kind of holding his head like, ugh, god damn day wine. Ugh. Just gonna so first kind of stumble his way up to check on the dragon, and assuming it's still asleep, will then start slowly making his way back down towards the main floor.
Alright, you go up, you check upon your dragon. Your dragon's not in its room.
What? Oh, how much damage? Where did they go? He's gonna start making his way back downstairs and see if he can find it in one of the rooms.
Okay. You move over to the second floor.
Yes.
Lindsay, waking up on first thing in the morning, probably with a mild case of headache. Ironically, you feel as if it should be worse, but you're not gonna take a good horse in the mouth.
Horse in the mouth. Wait.
You're not gonna look at gift horse in the mouth. I'm just saying.
So it's just what you're saying. She's in like it's like a tension headache. She's groggy and
The tension headache that you notice is actually fading relatively faster than headaches normally do.
So in how I wake up every morning. Okay. Yeah, but she's not under the covers this time around. She's actually just on top of the covers. It's like laying, not kind of like half into a fetal position, face buried into the blanket. She wakes up, remembers who she is and where she is, and just like sort of rolls onto her back and just stares at the ceiling.
Okay. Just kind of staring at the ceiling.
Can I roll for something stupid to happen?
Let's elaborate so I know what I need to tell you what to roll. Actually,
Go on. Okay,
what's
so
the idea?
for comedic purposes, I swear to God.
Rolls onto her back and her head rolls off.
You knew exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah, no. So she's on her back. She's looking at the ceiling. She takes a deep breath and is like, "Ah, fuck, I gotta get up." And then, you know, like how you kind of kip up to get out of bed. Sometimes you kick your feet in the air and you just like use the momentum to get yourself down. She's doing that, but her head just fucking falls.
You know what? With your head, your relative new body, everything about being a big mixture, I'm gonna say it just happens.
It's
You kick up, and while you stick the landing regularly, you know, it's like, haha! Wait. It's like you're looking at, wait a minute, something's not right here. Why am I looking at myself?
she gets.
So you saw yourself stick the landing, and then you saw yourself stick the landing.
She sits up, and you know she sticks to the landing. You know, her body stumbles one way, her head falls the other way, and she's relatively confused as to why she went backwards. She thought she went forwards, and then she realized, oh, I'm closer to the floor than I thought I was.
It's like that moment where you just like your head pops up right as you like try to propel yourself up, and as your body lands fast forward, you actually saw your body land completely perfectly in position. You're like, oh, hey, nice. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
The body, the body in its own consciousness, whilst it is technically one entity, is searching for a thing that's lost. It's feeling where the head should be, and it's just it's grasping at nothing, and then it starts to stumble around aimlessly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, her rat goes up to Lindsay, licks her in the face. It's like, you're not helping.
Yeah.
So Lindsay is now in a predicament in the morning.
Realizing, okay, now I gotta guide my body to pick my head.
She starts whistling and shit at the body. It's like, over here, shh, over here. No, not
it's
that
like
way.
that scene from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It's like
I feel like
no, that's a dresser.
I feel like Ark would be drawn by the sounds of the stumbling and just kind of peek his head in to see this comedic scene.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair enough. As you just kind of like move in towards the door.
I'm sorry, you said you go peep in?
Well, he's gonna knock on the door and ask, is everything okay? And you just kind of slowly open the door.
Okay.
You open the door, you peek into the room.
You see her basically in her lace, you know. She doesn't sleep with her fucking armor on.
You see a bit of an underdressed woman without a head looking for her head.
Whilst also hearing the voice, but not being able to see her from that. What angle are you at? You're over here, right?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, so you wouldn't see her head because her head's like right here. Her body's like right here.
You see a headless Lindsay. Just walking around underdressed.
So I feel Ark would just kind of like deadpan and be like, I'm still too hungover for this shit. Lindsay, what are you?
You hear an Ark calling for you, Lindsay.
Tanner, do with you will. I just got called to do something.
Understandable.
Bear back.
For the most part, you just hear a whistle on this side.
You need help reconnecting to yourself.
They're going to agree for the assistance. And
Just gonna
with the
walk over.
combined effort of an arc, will kind of place back in Lindsay's head.
Yeah, he'll just kind of walk over, scoop their head up with one hand, and just hold their body still by the shoulder with the other, and just kind of.
Yeah, you see it kind of like in this almost dark, colorful, shroudy fog, like connect to the head, and then seal it, and then disappear.
Yeah, I need to try and see if I can find where the little one has gone off to. They
Pop
weren't
getting
in
better
their
than a
nest this morning.
bionicle toy. But yeah,
Actually,
you carry. Hmm? Go ahead.
would the connection that he has between him and the dragon be able to give him a rough approximation of where they are?
Not at the moment, but you can feel whatever it's feeling, and you feel rather comfortable actually, very comfortable, but cold, like a cold comfortable.
Okay, so at least the little one is not in a sense of danger. But they're not in their nest. What could they be? Why is it cold? Wait a minute. I have a sneaking suspicion. He's going to start making his way back down again towards the main floor. And the tavern's got like a cold storage place, right? Like an ice room kind of thing.
The closest that you have is the basement.
Well, then Ark will just kind of move towards the door to the cellar and first try and see if he can determine whether it's been opened recently.
All right, well, you're going back over to the first floor. Which, in this case, as you travel, we'll get back to Hannah and Zoran. We'll go ahead and just put you there, actually. In which case, Hannah and Zol, y'all are moving down to the first floor as well. Am I correct? You'll probably be the first to arrive.
Yeah.
As you kind of just walk in, and ironically see the dragon here. Actually, sitting on the counter, noticeably, you see the shadowy, almost specter-like figure of a hand and outline of a body of the woman petting them. It seems the spirit might actually be a little more comfortable now.
I would just have this like really happy sort of smile. She's just really glad to see that in a way. I mean, she's so uncomfortable, but it's like, oh, you know, in the back of her head, maybe they're closer to being okay with moving on, is what she's thinking.
Also, welcome back, HD.
Hello.
Letting you know, Ark helped you put your head back on, and then just like, I don't have time for an explanation. I need to go find my dragon.
Okay. I act accordingly from that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, you. What did the two of you do? Hannah, if I'm correct, you're looking for a dream.
Yes, I'm looking for a drink. I'll at least approach the bar, going to walk around it, of course. And I just wave and say hello. It's good to see you.
I kind of, you notice the outline kind of give like a bit of a wave, being still as incapable of direct communication beyond it.
If you don't mind, I'm just
Good
searching for a
morning.
drink.
They just point over in this direction.
Oh, thank you. And Hannah will just be searching for alcohol.
Oh, besides the tankard, which you did somewhat restock, actually, did you find that you bought a couple of standard basic wines still around the areas?
Zol give the little dragon a little bit of attention, a few pats before starting on breakfast.
It seems to make this almost like vibrant cooing noise, which almost comes out like similar to that of a strum of a harp. Oh. Kind of like an instrument that's being played amongst its vocal cords.
Imagine this thing purrs and it sounds directly like a harp.
It's not too far-fetched for some.
Interesting.
Harpies can
Yeah,
do
not
similar
too
things.
far-fetched.
Well, it's in the name, isn't it?
But
But yeah, no, you find some basic wines. Nothing, however, that's actually hard.
Hmm. She's just like scanning back and forth. Hmm. I guess I'll at least I'll take the bottle, take a cup. I'll help with a little bit of the breakfast first before I go sink my teeth into this.
I can do it myself if you want to just sit and drink.
Oh, I don't want you to have to do it all on your own. Maybe I could cook something.
If you'd like. I'm just gonna
I'll
do a
try, I'll
simple
try.
breakfast.
At this point, Ark, you'd make your way in, actually, and see the Spectre, for the most part, noticeably of its outline, actually petting the dragon rather comfortable with both the cold, but also the sensation of the touch.
I guess Tark will just visibly kind of relax a little, just knowing the dragon is safe, and just give like a small nod of greeting to the spirit, but doesn't want to disturb either one, so he'll just kind of let them be as he goes to take a seat.
Once again, the
Bahamut,
standard
help me.
wave of the hand as a hello.
Bahamut, help me, my head is pounding.
In which case, you do hear the sounds of people rummaging through, potentially starting breakfast.
At least I'm not the only
Which
one
case-
up yet.
Notice the signs of the spirit disappear. Lindsay, let's get to you. What are you doing now that you've kind of reasserted yourself, but still very underdressed?
She is stumbling around to find clothing as quickly as possible because how could she just be have no guard at all in the state? She is rather embarrassed, like red in the face, if you can see it visibly. I presume, like on the way out, she would thank whose name was the name again? I looked down to the bottom, I only see Tanner, me, and Sketcher. What's your name again? Zoran.
Oh, honest.
What? Say again?
Listen, it was Arcanus that
Was it Arcanus? Oh, okay.
not Zoran,
I thought it was Zoran, sorry. No,
the
Arcanus.
Dragonborn.
Yeah, she would bow profusely to Arcanus and then, like, try to get herself together. She's, like, cursing at herself under her breath. Fuck shit. Yeah. She gets her stuff on. Right?
Damn.
What was that roll for?
You'll find out.
Alright, she gets her stuff on, you know, whatever necessary gear to be at home with, and then she'll make her way downstairs.
Mm-hmm. It's your standard outfit, probably the same one that you have on your token. It's
Yeah.
t-shirt, your pants, and stuff like that. Kind of. You actually notice that you probably have more like leather pants, a little bit more padded, like padded armor pants,
Yeah.
effectively with leathers.
Comfortable.
Adventurers get.
I don't know how to
But overall-
navigate in the darkness.
Yeah, no, I'm about to move your token down to the first floor. I'm assuming is where you're going.
Yeah, to see what's going on.
Yeah, you go to the first floor, enter in, and you see everyone there.
She walks in, all flustered. You know, just slowly like forward towards the table.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hannah, as you enter into the kitchen, the smell of immediate grounded up coffee beans immediately permeates your nose, actually, as you notice them being grounded up in a mortar and pestle by the Spectre spirit, as nothing physical seems to be crunching it.
Ooh. What kind of beans are these? That smells like. Oh, that does sound like it. Wonderful.
Overall, it seems hard at work. Well, what is it that you're doing in the kitchen?
I was going to see if I could cook something.
Alright. Well, let me know what it is you intend to make. But for now, it's free flow. Lindsay, Ark, are y'all just sitting in the seat and wait?
Yeah. She's just like, Lindsay's
Some eggs again might be nice.
Lindsay's at the table.
Eggs, probably
Carrots,
some meat if we have it, like sausage or bacon.
Yes.
With the spirit leaving the dragon alone, he'll take a seat next to it and start just petting it again.
Lap.
Lindsay's caught off guard as she would begin to bury her face into the table, but then a dragon just like pounces her. She feels a sense of warmth, but still a massive sense of embarrassment.
It's just kind of clinging on, just, like, it's kind of being, it's like, how, like, a larger animal can just sometimes relax and slouch on you?
Yeah,
It's kind of in that mood.
yeah. And, Lindsay's
It's
patting.
going full like liquid mode.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cat is liquid mode.
Oh, you notice that
It was-
your shirt is getting a little damp from its wings.
Just put this on. Oh, whatever. What was I expecting?
Zol peeks his head from around the corner. Y'all don't have any dietary restrictions, do y'all?
No.
Ark will shake his head. No.
The more food,
Alright.
the better. I don't
The
think.
dragon seems to call.
What did we name you again? They don't have restrictions either. Whatever their name is.
We have yet to settle on a name. I suggested Ariel, but I wasn't sure if that was one the little one would approve of.
I think we also mentioned like Aqua. Wow, what did
Learn
I
how to
forget?
cook eggs. This is great.
For some reason, the name
Simple,
Yolk
hearty
comes to mind.
breakfast.
Would Ark sense any sort of reaction from the dragon when it hears any of these names?
So the name Ariel, it kind of gives it like a blank stare expression, as if like doesn't seem to be approval yet.
Okay.
It seems it's looking for something more of a grandeur to its name, befitting of its own likeness, as its ego seems to be very much apparent.
Lindsay
The fickle
gives it a.
vanity of dragons. We need to come up with something a little more substantial for the little one.
Lindsay dead ass looks at the dragon. Lord Dragonsworth the Fifth.
Spits it in her face.
What? Takes whatever napkin she sees.
I think it's like that one even less.
I was choking.
Zoran, are you helping Hannah cook?
Yeah.
Alright, I'd say either one with advantage or one of you singular. Make me just a d20 roll. You have no benefit to this since y'all don't have any expertise in cooking.
Maybe
Or
advantage.
proficiency. I mean, it'd be advantage of a d20 roll. Standard d20.
You want to roll?
I can roll if you want.
Yeah, sure.
No added modifiers.
Ow.
So it's Woo! What is it y'all are trying to make? Because it smells really fucking good right now.
I think we talked about
That's
some
okay.
sausage
That's
and egg
two
and
natural
stuff.
20s for your breakfast. That's two natural 20s for your breakfast.
Let's go.
Damn.
Just simple eggs, some meat, some bread if we have the ingredients to make it like fresh bread.
So, with the amount of ingredients, looking upon it, you realize you have some pretty much, ironically, you have some grade A fresh ingredients. Even your eggs seem to be in pristine condition as you crack them with just one hand, easily going, just cracking them. The glazed ham you have just enough butter, you have just enough honey. You make honey glazed ham ferociously. It looks glizzling. And you notice that the portions of ham here are about like Monster Hunter proportions. You're making a miniature one-plate Monster Hunter meal with a natural 20. You don't know where your skills in cooking came from, the both of you, but you think that as a team, you both function perfectly in a kitchen.
Love what you did with that. Yes, this is great.
Whatever it
And
is you're
honestly-
cooking in there, it's smelling delicious.
Lindsay and Art, your stomachs are starting to rumble from the delicious smell suddenly wafting and filling the room. Even the dragon is like...
Is the smell like enough for us to be lifted off our feet like in any cartoon ever?
It's that smell where it goes into your nose, smacks you, and say yummy.
Yeah, damn. That's
I'll say this, you even get the little one's attention with how good you're cooking in there.
what he is making.
It's a surprise.
You'll see in a little while.
I do like
The
surprises,
first
but
thing
sometimes I
out
don't like
seems
surprises.
to be the coffee, as 2 cups float before you and set down, and 2 more cups are set aside for both Hannah and Zoran, and 1 cup is being carried up outside, probably to get to Rex, who desperately seems to need it, as if any of y'all past one of the few bathrooms that you have, is heard a inside.
I'll do it.
It seems his stomach is giving out.
I'm excited to share the
Hello.
food.
Wait for him.
One fellow really can't handle his liquor.
So
I
y'all
feel
have
he's going to be at home staying here today.
I've gotten a fresh cocoa coffee, effectively. Which tastes a hint of caramel.
Rick will just nod in thanks and start sipping carefully. This is definitely helping after last night.
Your headache seems to clear up a little bit, actually. Quite a bit.
I know.
Lindsay, you no longer have one.
This should be
She palms her
just
face,
about
like,
ready.
finally.
Yes. Alright, you ready to serve this?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Wonderful.
So you bring it out to set forth a display so succulent that it tingles upon your taste buds.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Oh my
Here
god.
you
Hope you're
go.
way too long.
By Bahamut, that looks amazing.
It does. Wait, by who?
He is
The water dragon
He's one of
rolls
the
eyes.
Well,
he's one of the dragon gods.
Cooking's part of the fun. These ingredients were definitely picked with love. Have at it.
To answer your question, Lindsay.
Some high quality
Huh?
stuff out there.
To answer your question, Bahamut.
Coffee.
Whereas Tiamat is often depicted as a air quote evil dragon god, Bahamut is considered a benevolent one.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
I'll go make sure the little one has a portion to eat and I'll bring it in.
I'll share my
It
plate.
munches, and the moment it eats its portion, begins to move for the kitchen.
Oh,
It
Oh, dear.
hungers.
I do believe the
You
little
can
one is
bring out
looking for
more, we
seconds.
made plenty.
Wait, did you just eat my whole plate? I was sharing with you, not asking you to take it all.
I'll grab you another plate.
oh my gosh.
Oh,
He seems
Grab.
to moving for more.
Stop.
We're both
Get
chasing.
it? Get it?
we have plenty. Go.
So
If you're
the moment it
hungry,
eats
we
2
can go to
rations,
the
right, they'll be
dogs.
satisfied.
Can I get another plate? I wasn't
So,
asking
I'm
you.
going to let you handle that. I'm going to take a swig of this coffee and then
Yeah.
2 swigs of wine.
2 swigs of wine.
Dragon kind of blinks in Hannah's
Not like a
direction.
competition.
You see him just like skull down coffee. grab one of the wine bottles she was eyeing off before. Have the coffee mug and another cup that she would have grabbed for the wine. Fill both of them up, and she just starts swigging that too.
Oh goodness.
Goodness. Surprised you could handle that after contest last night.
So I mean, it's alright if I don't handle it. I just love this.
There you
And don't
are,
worry, I'll
fresh
be
plate.
fine for the rest of the day.
Lindsay takes the plate and like sort of covers it, whilst eyeing the dragon just eating it. She's half
And here's a
enjoying,
plate
half
just for
protecting.
you.
Hmm.
Really should name you eventually.
We need to think of a name that is sufficiently grand for the little one. After all, once they grow into their adult form, they shall be a majestic sight to behold.
Aquarium. I don't know why that came to mind. I'm sorry.
Actually, no. Art's gonna kind of look at the dragon.
Think as if it like stares at Lindsay, but it's like it's not horrible, but not there yet. As if it could be adjusted. Trying to think about
Aquarius.
it. Nods.
Art's gonna
So many
Art's-
wonderful names like Jennifer, Caroline.
Art's gonna look at the dragon, specifically is looking at the coloration it has. Trying to find the image of the dragon again. Where is it?
To actually think on it. He's gonna think on it. Thinking more. Thinking even more.
The Aurora.
Jennifer.
Genevieve.
Shakes head and then actually thinks about it. Tries to write by putting it. It's gonna extend its clout. It's about to write on the damn table and claw into it.
Yeah, have the sauce. Have the sauce.
Wait, it's
Light and sauce.
light and sauce?
Where did the sauce
What did
go?
you say?
For some reason, the name Aurora comes to my mind, specifically with the coloration under the wings.
I said either Aquarius or Aquarium.
Oh,
It's going
I
to.
said Caroline.
It's going to begin to write into the wood. Which
Oh,
now
dear.
you have to buff that out.
Will
Crap.
do.
Or turn it into an art
Once
piece.
They're done. We'll do that
Uh,
whenever they're done.
Aquaria.
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 Aquaria. Oh goodness,
This is the
that's
name.
so lovely.
This is the name you wish to be called by, little one. Very well.
Nod.
Aquaria it is.
Alrighty then, Aquaria. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a
I'm
pleasure to
gonna make
meet you,
something
Aquaria.
cute with your name on it. Oh my gosh.
Lindsay does like a small head nod bow to Aquaria.
Gives a nod
Okay.
and a bow back.
Oh, that's so cute.
Where's my sheet?
Open it. Open it.
I found it. I found it. I'm con
Open
save. Just a
this
normal
way.
constitution save.
Just normal con.
Uh,
Let me check. I have a list here for my strength. You feel fine. You feel fine. You feel relatively okay, actually. You feel like the wine is hitting a little. Okay. Maybe this wasn't such weak shit as you thought.
this wine is okay. But I need to just say right away. I need to find stronger stuff. This, like the flavor.
Well,
It's alright.
well,
Lindsay
I have
looks
to know about
towards.
I might
this.
go shopping later.
Lindsay,
well, I was going to say, we're going back to the Gaping Maw, are we not? Perhaps we can ask if we could procure some stronger stuff
What was that
for
Lindsay?
ourselves.
Lindsay looks towards Hannah and concerningly says, "Are you okay?"
I like to have alcohol in the morning, doll. With the
Bit
eggs.
Too much.
No, 2 cups of this is weak.
It's alcohol. Just
It's
have it in
fine.
moderation.
It's a lacking brand, okay?
It's.
I come from the swamps. I used to dine with ogres. Their drinks are so much better.
Oh my goodness.
I'm realizing
This-
the alcoholism before.
This is not like ogre drink
Okay.
or orc drink. But when the rest of the morning, when it starts to just like fizzle in my face, it's great, and I feel like I can just work and pray.
All right. So let's all finish our breakfast. I can go and drop some off to the Rex. He's probably going to be staying here today and recovering. And then we can head to the mall to try and
You actually hear it from from the upstairs area at this point.
Oh my gosh!
Oh no.
on second thought, let's leave the food down here for him.
Not with
What we can
Aquaria.
do
Not with
is
Aquaria.
we can bring him some bread.
Very looks like it looks like almost offended.
Hey,
Maybe
you know what you
put,
did
like, a
earlier,
clean
you
bowl of
food
water
thief.
up there.
Perhaps some light herbal tea would help settle his stomach.
There are some
Yeah.
teas and herbs that definitely help with that.
Indeed.
Either way, I feel he's going to be out of commission for the day, at least.
I need to dry some herbs so they're not so bitter tasting in tea.
Well, we can make a pass at the market on our way out.
Absolutely.
All right, let's all finish up and get ready then.
I'll do my usual prayers. I'll see you there.
Yeah.
I'll just be outside.
Alright.
Oh.
With that, you're all making your way out to town, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty soon.
Yep.
Yep. After breakfast, they'll gear up and get ready.
Alright. Moving
And as a
out.
note, as he passes Lindsay, he's just going to pass by and just act like he didn't see them in their state of dress and headlessness.
Lindsay feels cold all of a sudden. And she's not supposed to feel cold.
You feel a gentle pat on your shoulder from a hand that you can't see.
Yeah.
So, who's all heading
At
out to town, or are you all doing it as a group?
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it because I would actually want Ark to visit the herbalist, or if he could find like potion maker or something in town.
Time, guys. Who's giving my
Ocean
my
what?
roll? Ocean.
Oh boy,
Man.
what do we?
An
What's
ocean
the roll?
maker?
This roll is going
Potion.
to be a
Oh,
D20.
potion. Sorry.
D20. I'll give it.
Almost
Matt's
dabbing
heard
in the dark.
ocean. I'm like, huh?
Alright, what's that?
Potion.
Ocean. Yeah. No, I think because the mic didn't pick up the
He's-
part.
I'll explain if and when I'm able to find something.
Oh, we're still in Spiderweb Alley.
Let's see here. Oh, what's up?
We're in Spiderweb Alley. I see the rat.
Yeah, you know, you're as the rat. Let me just change that up real quick, since y'all within. Well, actually, you're still.
No, the rat was to represent the group of people.
Yeah, the rat's to represent the group. I'm moving the rat. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, though, we'll say that the event happens right when you get near the honorable night.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, let's take a look-see. What type of encounter here are you going to get, my friend?
Do we all roll or just
No, it was just one. It's one per.
okay.
I just gotta see what I'm setting up here.
Oh boy.
No, dear.
With
That's what she
a
was like.
mill roll though. As you're pushing through the city, eventually you see a teenage boy immediately kind of almost push. Actually, group order. Who's going at the front? Who's going at the back as you're walking? Or are y'all just taking up an area of the street?
Good question.
Lizzie can pick up the rear.
I feel probably
towards the back.
yeah, I would feel either Ark or Zolrin would be in front, with Ark just kind of having the dragon on his shoulder.
Alright. As you're moving through, eventually, Ark, you're actually kind of shoved onto the side by a teenage boy as he's trying to move down the street, running with a chain link of different sausages in his hand. From people amongst the crowd, coming from the direction he was coming from, you hear a "Stop that son of a bitch!" out of one of the people amongst the crowd, who seems to be also in the distance, pushing their way through.
Does the boy... Wait, so who... The boy goes for the person in front, obviously.
Yeah,
Right.
the boy tries to push through y'all, actually, as he's trying to move through crowds down the street.
Okay, can I do a roll to see if he actually does shove me, or do I just kind of like be the wall and block him?
Contesting it. If you're trying to block him, it's a contested athletics. If you're not, you're just letting him pass through.
Alright, hang on, I need to pull my sheet open.
You're
Seeing the kid running with the sausage links and hearing the "stop that son of a bitch" is making Ark think this kid's a thief. So, athletics.
Jesus Christ.
18. Yeah, no. You stop the kid in his track. You see this kid now, pretty much dressed in like a trench coat, brownish actually. White, dirty t-shirt, kind of like baggy but torn up pants. Brown hair, mostly in a ponytail. He looks at you. What the fuck? Let me go!
Ark's just gonna kind of reach down and just like grab the front of his shirt with his hand. You are not going anywhere. And he's just gonna kind of hold the intimidation. No.
The kids. You know how fear can make people freeze, or fear can effectively make people try to move faster? This kid's trying to struggle away from you. And I'm more afraid of you at this point.
Easy now.
Ark's not going to do anything other than just hold the kid still. Maybe reach out with his other hand to try and dislodge the chain of links.
You see this human male, a bit chunky, but clearly a butcher, in this sort of like a butcher's drape over him. White overcloth, effectively, with pretty much almost a balding on the middle of his head. He kind of approaches. He's standing up probably around, you'd estimate 6'1", actually.
Okay.
Hefty fellow, as he approaches, almost with a butcher's knife in hand. You're the one who's wrangled up all my meats. Who are you lot? Either way, thank you for helping.
Ark's just gonna kind of glance and be like, "This little one tried to push past. I wasn't about to let them." He's gonna glance down. He's gonna glance down at the kid. You've got one chance to explain yourself.
I'm just trying to get a meal here. A free meal at that, one without payment. I ought to take your fucking fingers.
Let's not be hasty here.
Lindsay steps up.
Ark's gonna
Looks to the butcher. How much?
everyone calm down.
She
Ark's
looks.
gonna look to the butcher. Sir,
A little bit of interruption here.
Brethren. Damn. She looks at the butcher and asks how much it will cost for the meat. So to speak.
Ark's just gonna kind of nod in agreement.
Raises an eyebrow, looks at the kid. Took about 4 golds worth of my sausages. probably ate the first two as I've seen. Actually, I dropped them trying to get the fuck away from you.
Should I have? Why is nothing loading for me? Hello? All my shit's gone. The fuck? Am I looking at the wrong thing?
Probably looking at the wrong thing, HD.
I am looking at the wrong thing. Where the fuck is my shit? Core. There it is. Jesus Christ. You said 4 gold, yeah?
Yeah. Why was it to you? Was he going to work it all off?
No, I'll pay on his behalf.
Pay on his behalf.
I'll give you.
How
I'll
will
give
that
you.
teach him a lesson? He'll just do it again.
He's a child.
He's a brat who keeps taking from the town.
A brat that will grow into an even worse person if you punish him here right now.
You mark your words, boy. You're very close from the streets.
Leave the child alone.
I'll take the gold.
We'll deal with him. Take the gold. I'll even add an extra silver.
Fairly tempting to do it. He just kind of gives a scowling nod and takes up the gold. And thank you for your help. As he kind of walks away, moving back over towards his shop.
Lindsay
The
bows.
kid kind of like nervously looking up at Ark, who still has a hold of his shirt. So, we shall know.
Interesting choice of words to one such as me. And he's just gonna, as he exhales, his breath is gonna be just a little bit of a fine mist.
Please let him down, Art.
He glances to Lindsay and then lets go of the shirt. Never actually lifted him off the ground, but he'll behave for now.
Oh,
I would suggest
for,
not. I would suggest not going towards his shop again. I feel he would
way,
make
Jose.
a threat.
I agree. I want to keep my hands. Thanks. By the way, for paying my way out of there. I really appreciate it.
Just don't do it again.
Of course. Later.
Bye.
Kind of moves his way on.
Before we go,
Yeah.
how many are you trying to feed?
He
Just
goes
trust yourself.
from an expression of just like a jovial smile, like haberdash, to a immediate look of concern. I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. I'm just a common thief.
Oh.
Common thieves steal with a purpose.
Zoe will take the pouch off his hip and hand it to the boy. There are 10 berries in here. They will keep you fit for a day. They only last for today. Feed whoever needs it.
He gives you a shocked expression, wide-eyed. Before almost a look of guilt and almost shame, but just gives a nod and actually flicks something over towards you, Ark, before turning and running.
Ark's gonna try and grab whatever was thrown.
You catch the 3 gold that he snuck from me with a 19.
I had a feeling he did that. I didn't say
Little
shit.
Got to hand it to him. The kid's good. Didn't even feel that. He'll pocket the gold back.
I've already added it back to the inventory. He had 44. He had taken 3.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Alright. You
I have a
make
feeling.
your way-
I have a feeling we'll be seeing that one again in the future.
Who knows?
Probably.
Anyways, let's go to the market. I know Hannah wanted to look for some herbs. I want to try and find somebody who makes.
And
And
Alright, I need
booze.
to make
How's-
couple of checks, actually. I'll actually made those openly.
Jesus
A
Christ.
couple of shops are actually closed today, but for the most part, the herbalist shop is open. But you also see that that giant, almost statuette, magical building is gone. There's just a blank square that's set with somebody setting up a small tent where the magical shop was.
So there's just like a silhouette of what the shop used to look.
Yeah, this is a silhouette square of what it was before. Now somebody's just taking that silhouette square and just taking up a small tent.
Well, seems our magical friend here has moved on to other places. Shame.
It's just so weird a whole building can move like that.
If there's one thing I've learned is that if you know the right magic, you can basically do anything.
That's a good and a bad thing.
And with that, I believe... Are you all going in different shop directions, or are you all going to the same places?
I'm looking for drugs and alcohol.
Lindsay will join Hannah because she's just unendingly curious.
Alright, so you have two choices for that. Where are you going, Zoran?
He's kind of just chilling. He doesn't really need anything right now.
Ark, meanwhile, was going to be basically looking for somebody who sells potions and or poisons.
So, there is a general goods store. There is an alchemist shop, and there is, of course, the herbalist area that you had seen noticed before. Where are y'all going first? We'll start with Hannah and Lindsay. Your general goods store, there's a wine factory, not too far out, actually, over in this area. We'll say that one was the 13. And there's still the herbalist place, as you well known for getting the different mixes that you was smoked alongside reps.
I'll let Hannah go first, but I do want to know what's a general store like just everything, or is it like food?
And a general adventurer store for the most part, like I mean, it's like say tavern scale and size, but more like your locals market with like open stand areas and such as that.
Okay, I know what I'm looking for from there, but let Sketchy go first.
I'm kind of interested in getting some better wine. Can go to the herbalist store.
Think about the inwards of the store looks like this, just inside of a building. HD, effectively. I'm gonna put it in the I'm gonna put it in no mic. It looks like this, but inside of like not a cathedral, but inside of a big building.
Oh, it's like a flea market.
So, yeah, I was gonna say like a small scale flea market.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get the picture for stream reference.
I think I'm interested in going to the herbalist store, actually.
Alright. In which case, you enter in and see the, once again, all too familiar face of the herbalist cleric look upon you with a gentle smile.
Hello again. It's good to see you.
Likewise, one of deaths. It's good to see you again.
I've got a pretty clear goal. Just looking for stuff for teas, for being inebriated, meditation and such again. Do you have any recommendations?
Well, I suppose that depends on the type of inebriation that you want. There's stuff for relative small parties, there's stuff for larger events, and there's definitely stuff from that of science of meditation. Which one do you find to be more of your preference in the moment?
Perhaps a little bit of fun, party, but definitely I love the meditation. A bit of both worlds.
I will have to warn you, it seems that some of my plans are finding some kind of ill elsewhere and may concentrate some of their energies there soon. So, with that being relatively the case, I think I could give you a small amount today. However, you might have to stretch this amount if you're looking for more in relative quickness. My apologies.
Easing is no issue, unless it's a very small amount. I'll make do.
No. I would say if you were to do or smoke upon this every day, you would have about 2 days worth.
2 days worth. I suppose that'll do.
He gives a nod. Now, let me go ahead and bundle this all up in a container for you, dear. And I'll get to the pricing soon.
Thank you. I'm curious
course.
about how to. uh, What's the word? Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. I've had wine before I left.
Oh my, oh my. Already going for
You
more.
said your friends or plans to focus elsewhere. Is that something that takes a lot of time from you?
For the most part, it just means that some of the relative herbs I'm gonna need to start stockpiling a little bit more. Not to mention the factor of they can't just focus all of their time here to grow. There's other places that is of general focus. I'm more worried about what that general focus is than anything else, though, but alas, it's not for me to gander towards, simply for me to tend to them.
Well, as long as they're okay. It sounded a bit concerning, so.
I'm a bit concerned myself, but I
Aw.
trust in their endeavor.
Alright then.
But let's get back to it.
Thank you.
For the general things, I got the sense of powdered mushrooms. Simply crumble this up upon a wooden pipe, crunch down to the end of it. Use a traditional kisagawa if you actually want to do something of more of a proper endearment, and breathe in, hold, and breathe out.
Right. Simple enough.
The next one is just a relative thing. A mixture of he's gonna hold out the it appears to be this small, almost, you would swear that it was more or less like a gumball, actually, if anything else. Crunch this up. It'll turn into a small sticky sap in your mouth. Swallow it. It tastes actually quite nice, if I'm being honest. But mix it with these incense and it will make quite the experience for meditation.
I see. Thank you. How much am I looking at for these wonderful things?
For the 2 days worth of a bolt of estimates, then, I would say you would have to pay about 6 gold.
6 gold? I can do that.
He gives a smile and a nod, and begins to prepare it in a wooden container, which, as you know, was actually growing and shaping out of wood branches and vines right next to him. And by the time he reaches for it, it's done. He opens it up, places the packs inside, and holds it out to you.
Thank you. She'll just gingerly take it and I'll have the 6 gold ready, like passing it over. And it's that.
Mhm. All right. And I'm going to put this in. You can add this into your inventory.
Thank you.
Oh, I misspelled powder. My apologies, but that's powder.
No problem.
With that, though, your shopping seems to be done. What are you looking at, Lindsay?
Liz is gonna go to the stalls in the general store. And, well, I think it's time, y'all. She needs a new fork.
God damn
I'm
it.
right here with you. Let's go.
At this point in time,
It's,
to make sure that she doesn't just lose a fork that she got from a tavern, she's looking for a set of cutlery. Just
oh my god.
Oh, Bahamut guided me.
she's she's just looking for cutlery sets, perhaps like not like a massive amount of like silverware or whatever equivalent. She's just looking for a standard amount, not too much, not too little.
So, yeah, you're looking for a cutlery set.
Yeah.
So at this point, you're paying for quality. So you see two different qualities of cutlery sets. You see the standard iron with the simple shape mechanical things for mostly
Mechanisms.
utilized for like as you would expect for fucking eating.
Yeah.
Which all in all is about 8 silver for the entire set. That's about 2 forks, a spoon, and a knife.
Okay.
You look at the other set, which seems to be as the silver pristine make, which is about a gold and 2 silver, which seems to be, for some reason, a little bit more durable than your standard and long-lasting, easier to polish.
Buy now at 1-800. Buy this shit, please. Stupid. But
No,
she's-
sounds more like
What are you gonna get?
sounds more like they should dial 1-800. The DM's done with your shit.
Oh my goodness.
The fuck?
I love you and your characters. I love you and your. Jeez.
She's eyeing up the more expensive one as she has a minute flashback to losing her original. Small tear sheds from her eye as she sees the immaculate beauty of this iron set.
Uh-huh.
She talks to whoever is running the stall and makes a purchase.
Today at the general store, it seems to be this green-dressed elven woman with brown hair, kind of pushed at the sides. Noticeably a very much so deer crown-like horn upon her. More of a symbolic thing, but overall, kind of in like this like trench coat mixture with a gown.
Okay.
As she begins to like look over. Oh, are you planning to purchase the set?
Yes, actually.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, that'll be about a gold and 2 silver.
She just feels her.
This is quite the decorative set. Are you looking to decorate your home, or just more for like planning a party?
Nah, there's a lot of criminals around, so you never know.
Well, there are every now and again in a big city.
Lindsay looks not insane, but damn close to it. She's like, you always gotta be prepared. That's what she says.
Opening her mouth, closing it. Opening her mouth, trying to think about it for a full fucking minute, opening again. Okay, you lost me, but that'll be a gold and 2 silver.
She pays. she pays for it.
Hands you the set, is still trying to think about it.
Lindsay politely bows, says thank you. And she,
Of course.
where's my money? There it is.
She
It's a gold and 2 silver, right?
A gold and 2 silver. Is she trying to give criminals towards?
You see her walk away. The cheesiest smile on her face.
Thinking.
You may add either individually, since you're making them fucking weapons, two silver forks, a silver spoon, and a silver butter knife.
This
2
reminds me
silver
of when I went
forks.
to IKEA to look for a silverware set. There's so many options.
What?
This is technically cheaper than just buying a dagger. Technically.
Yes, but a dagger won't break on you. This will.
It said technically.
I can't add any more items, Tanner.
You dumb motherfucker. Okay.
You dumb.
I'll add it.
Thank you.
It's the same thing anyways. It's usually the same fucking thing anyway.
Actually, you know what? In the same line, I can just put the whole item as one.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Improvised weapon is effectively.
2
But I'm gonna start gonna-
spoons?
Yeah, there you go. Silver.
No, I put
spoons.
at forks. Whoops, I meant to put 2.
Silver
You heard of a
butter knife.
2 silver forks.
There you go. I did it for you.
Thank you. silver butter knife.
So you could just use
Silver
fork
spoon.
for it. It's fine. You just need to use fork for it.
It's silver forks. Okay.
The only difference is the
Anything's
damage
more
type.
What is the weight? Like 2, 1.
0.01.
What the? Okay.
They're fucking utensils. They're not a weapon. Look at my shit.
All right, there we go.
Either way, though, you successfully went out and bought your stuff. Next up is Ark. Zoran's just wandering.
Yep, Ark is you said there was an alchemist shop? Ark's gonna go and check that out.
You walk into the alchemist
Just-
shop, and you... Wait a minute. Who's running it today? Who's running the stand today? Yes, tell me it's him. Tell me it's him. You see behind the desk a tail actually behind the doorway inside the alchemist shop. And it seems to be rummaging through, but overall with the alchemist shop, you walk in, it's pretty well established actually. A mixture of honestly mechanical items as well as alongside powders display different things. It's more like a mixture between an artisan's shop mixture with an alchemist shop combination, like different utensils of flasks, vases, liquids of a large fantastical amount. It's actually quite curious. I think I found a
Alright.
proper image for it though. Overall though, you walk in and you see it. Looking through all the selections actually.
Mm-hmm. Ark's gonna look around, specifically trying to see if he can find something that could be. He's effectively looking for something that could be used as a poison, paralytic, or something along those lines.
Okay. So you're looking for a system of poisons overall.
Yeah. And once he'll walk in, he'll kind of clear his throat just to kind of like make his presence known to the shopkeep.
Okay. In No Mike, I'm gonna give you a few displays actually of some of the items and mixtures of things you would see, and there's actually a series of rooms that ultimately cover the entire shop actually. It's not just one standard place. You see the entrance, you see a left, and then you actually see a right. Overall, it actually looks like an entire laboratory of things in its total.
I feel that would be kind of expected for an alchemist's shop.
Well, you would think so, but this one's kind of like a mixture of between a shop and seems of a genuinely working laboratory. Ultimately, though, you do come in to find two different set of a mixture of rooms, which in combination is what you'd expect. The central
Okay.
area being the as you'd expect, the one with the different mechanics and displays. One being purely dedicated to potion craft, and the other one seemed to be of a science base in cauldrons. Ultimately, though, you do see somebody behind the doorway, seemingly rather busy, potentially needing attention.
Ark's gonna kind of look and see if he can find whoever's running this shop today.
They seem to be behind the counter, past a doorway. You only see a tail kind of waving as he seems to be in the back room, with the door open, rummaging.
Ark's gonna kind of walk up. Hello? Somebody there?
What want? Yes.
Oh, it's his you again.
It seems to be some sort of rat-shaped figure walking out in a different assortment of some metallic platings, but with a mixture of like canisters upon his backs, canisters that lead through tubes that filled with greenish fluid, Overall, kind of like a mixture of a rat and a plague doctor's mask upon his head. Kind of like a plague doctor rat getup, if anything. As he kind of approaches up front.
Hello, welcome.
Greetings. I'm
Great.
I'm looking for some. Well, to put it simply, I'm looking for some poisons, specifically ones that I could apply to arrowheads.
Poisons. Yes. Many different mixtures. Many different. Now, what looking for? How strong? Shrink bubble.
How strong do you have?
I check.
He seems to be scattering over to an area that's pretty much based upon in the more of a laboratory area, actually. As he's looking through these different segments of labeled sections of vials and things of a different sizes. Some with jars, but some with most of them being tiny vials, actually.
Are we talking the one with the purple cauldron or the one with the more traditional-looking fireplace
Purple
image?
cauldron, actually.
Gotcha.
Overall, he seems to be looking over there, actually.
Oh, I gotta keep out of assassin's blood. Drow poison. Snake venom. I got very expensive, very cheap, and very light. I got drow poison. Essence of ether, assassin's blood, wyvern poison, and malice.
Curious on the assassin poison.
First things first, but first things first.
It's gonna move up and actually slide down to you a piece of paper.
Ark's gonna take the slip and see what's written.
So it's a waiver saying that he's not responsible for whatever the fuck you do to this.
A wise precaution, sir.
Of course. Arrow tip poison, yeah? Yes.
Yes. I'm effectively looking for something that I could coat the tip of my arrows with, just in case I need to deal with some unwanted visitors.
Assassin's blood, easy to push through. However, upon affecting someone, normally ingested will poison them for 24 hours. However, upon tips, we'll only do it for about a minute. But that's your arrow.
Alright. And how much would you be able to provide me? And what would this cost me?
This vial. I have 3 vials in total, though, immediately.
Alright. 3 vials. How many arrows would you say I'd be able to coat per vial?
He seems to be mathing and like looking it over, his tail kind of tapping on it.
Ark will draw one of his arrows and kind of hold it out to give him an idea of how big the arrow tip is.
Looks at the arrow, looks at the jar, does about 4 times, and then it like gives a nod of affirmation, and it seems that his mind's kind of doing some kind of science. And suddenly the actual like, you know those like in D&D, not D&D, but in Destiny, those like hive markings?
Mhm.
That begins to expand out of his head as it does math for him somehow visually. It seems his mind is expanding in visual form, and he's like,
got it. About 3 arrows per vial.
3 arrows per vial. You have 3 vials. How much would each vial cost?
60 gold.
60. Ugh.
This is about... this takes the usual for about a minute, every turn they would take 1d12 damage of poison, unless they somehow succeed the con save.
Jesus.
Alright, unfortunately that is a little bit out of my pay grade. What would be the next step down? I have about, I can say 30 gold I can spare today for this.
It seems to move over, look around, gives another nod.
Simple snake venom. Simple.
Very well. I'm assuming similar vial to arrow ratio kind of deal. Three arrows to a vial.
Yeah, no. Very different and strong. Let me think here for a second.
This seems to be doing more math.
This is not serving. This is a basic thing for them. Ah, I got it. Yeah, pretty much the same.
And how much per vial? How much per vial would you charge for these?
Oh, these are about 25 gold per vial.
He'll sign the waiver and put down 25 gold. I shall. One vial is all I can afford.
His tail kind of
1
wraps
vial is all I
around
can.
one of the vials and hands it over to him.
Careful.
I'm done. Ark will very carefully take the vial and slip it into his pouch.
Go.
He'll set the gold down as well as the waiver. I've already taken it out of my sheet.
Gives a nod and just looks at you.
Anything else?
Perhaps. Not today, but perhaps when I have a little more gold, I might be back for that assassin's blood.
I must legally announce don't do crime.
Oh, of course not. This would be, at most, self-defense.
Of course, totally.
Of course.
Gives a nod.
Until next time. He's going to nod back.
Moves back into the back of the shop.
Ark will then turn around and walk out.
So, I will now give you the basics of the snake's venom properties.
Okay.
So, let me go over and message you these properties. There we go. Perfect. So, with it being transferred to arrows, of course, some of the effects are somewhat mitigated for the obvious reason.
So each vial is can do 3 arrows, right?
Yeah, each vial gives you 3 arrows coating of a poison tipped. Make sure you also label the arrows as difference. As in, like, I'll actually go ahead and do it for you so you can understand what I mean by doing it on your sheet. That way you can just take a look at it and do it from then point on. But for the most part, every different specific type of arrow, this is probably what you're going to do, especially if you're going to be using similar or the same kind of arrow throughout your campaign.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and open up your sheet. And what I'm going to do is make another one of that.
Alright, so let me see here. Creature subjected must say...
There you go. Check in where your arrow counts are stored.
Where my arrow counts?
Yeah.
Where would I find that?
On your sheet, it's right above your long or short rest. It's right below your long or short rest. Where your favorite foe and arrows are.
Ah, gotcha. I see it. 3 snake-tipped arrows.
Mm-hmm. And if they fail the con save, they are... Hold on, let me see. They're poisoned for 1 minute, and at the start of their turn, they'll have to make a con save. And if they fail, they'll take 1d6 damage. And it will continue to do so until they either pass, or until a minute passes, and if they are alive.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay.
Then I feel that as they're probably walking towards the gaping maw, Ark will very carefully take his time to select 3 arrows and basically find a way to coat them in the poison so that they're separate from the rest.
Okay. With that, are you doing anything, Zolran?
He probably would have walked into the alchemist shop after a little while, seeing Ark go in there, didn't come out. Probably would give a quick knock, see who's there.
Yes.
Hi there.
Hi.
Don't want to take up. Don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm new to alchemy and wanted to just know if there's any basics I should know about.
Oh, you just want basics?
Basics, starter equipment. I have a few things I bought. I just want.
Keep your powder separate from your liquids. All flammable things should be pushed aside. Oh, that's kind of tough, right? Always thoroughly wash after even basic procedures. And remember, never mix something sappy with gunpowder.
I'll keep this in mind.
He gives a nod. Nod.
Thank you kindly.
Of course. Okay.
Immediately goes to the back again.
He'll log out.
All right. All right. Are we all ready to go then?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Off to the mall.
Tidama.
To the mall.
With that, you begin to all make your way through and heading over towards the mall. You all arrive. I'm going to quickly check and see who would all be there and who would all not be there. First and foremost, we're dragging Rex aside because Rex would not be there.
He's in the
two would
void.
be.
God bless his soul. I can still hear his ghost.
Bless you.
He's gone.
He's gone. How many? Oh God, how many are there? How many are here today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He
7,
multiplied.
8, 9, 10, 11. It's the exact same number. Yeah, that all sounds about right. This guy would actually be not here. Let's see here. The dragon would technically be with you.
Mm-hmm.
And Evelyn is actually still just at the tavern. Y'all just didn't wake her up.
Oh dear.
We'll let him sleep on.
Oh my god, there's so many kobolds.
Yeah, there's actually just a lot of kobolds. Actually, I think he would be here now. Somebody might appreciate this, actually.
Oh.
Find out.
Oh God.
Okay, hang on, let's take a look here. I see our wonderful DJ friend.
Who seems to be just kind of performing up on stage.
Hell yeah.
I see Vola.
Oh,
I see Vola.
God, he's here.
Ark's gonna walk in and just kind of like give a nod and a wave to the kobolds, having seen them talk with Hannah and Lindsay in the past.
Yeah.
Lindsay walks in.
Seems your friends are here still.
Ah! She just squeezes through. Just runs over to him. Hey! She's like, hey.
Hey.
Oh, whoa, big boy. She's vibing with these guys.
Yeah, no, they're all trying to dap you up.
Yeah, she dabs a little as well. Hugs, dabs.
It seems that Auric now, like, holds up his hand ready for a dap, his huge, massive fucking arm.
Lindsay just sort of jump double high fives his one hand.
Alright. It works. Sets it down. This one kobold tries to dap him up. You just hear the loud echo of that kobold is unconscious but smiling and giving a thumbs up.
Were they?
Good to see you, big man. Tell me, did you win?
Nah, no one can seem to beat me. Yeah, I did.
Well then,
How about you guys? How is your recovery period? Y'all took quite the hard crash.
Had fun.
I'm fine. I didn't really take part.
We are alright.
I recover quick.
Good enough.
We came today to actually see about trying to find some ways to make some extra coin. You know, somebody here we're looking for.
Oh, that's something. Oh. Hope that goes well with you.
Thank you.
I look forward to the next drinking challenge, friend. Hopefully I won't go down so quickly.
Mm.
But that God's damned Feywind. Ugh.
It happens. You got those things will sneak up on you. But hey, you
Indeed.
gave a good run there for a minute. For a newbie, anyway. I believe
Yeah,
it lasted
appreciate
another 12 rounds after you clocked out.
Impressive. Well, that just means I have to try harder next time.
Yeah, got me an old sailor's belly, so. But it made us some pretty strong stuff.
In the meantime,
But hey,
uh,
don't let me take you away from business, though.
Zoran, do you see the individual we're looking for?
Make a perception check.
I can make an educated guess. You want a perception check?
Yeah, go ahead. You make a perception check. See if you can spot anything out amongst everything.
Wow.
You're gonna have to go with your gut and your guess.
Yeah.
No, Jesus.
Do I know the name of this individual?
It was actually given to the group for the most part. In the guy's passing quote for it, actually. The most that he called her was Vilda.
Vilda. If I had to guess, probably across the way where the spiders are gathered.
Right, I'll follow your lead then.
Lindsay's in the back,
Alright.
just showing off her new kitchenware to the kobolds.
One seems to lick the butter knife.
Hey! I just got that. No.
No better than to show shiny things to a kobold.
She
Anna,
just
what are you up to while they're making their way?
stabbing motions with them.
I think I'll go join them, but I was just kind of looking around other areas. Thinking about going to ask about alcohol and stuff.
Oh my god, not again. There she goes.
Guilty tiptoeing towards the bar.
Literally, Lindsay's looking at her. It's like, there she goes again. I know what she's doing.
Go
And its
for it.
personality, alcohol.
She's a drunk.
Lindsay's gonna pack her things, say one last hurrah to the kobolds, move over to actually the singer.
All right. Well, first, I think Hannah. You walk up. Dernan's kind of just cleaning a cup. Kind of gives you a look of.
Right, I'm just genuinely curious about where you source your fish and alcohol, because I have a friend who eats a lot, and I can't always come here, so I'm just a bit curious.
Can't name them, but I have my own private sources. That's
That's fair
pretty much
enough.
all you need to know.
Do you at least have any recommendations? Maybe not your sources in particular, but I trust your word.
It kind of gives you like a look up and down, kind of estimate and trying to seem somewhat actually judge the surface for the most part of what you might be able to handle. Overall, is evaluation estimates. Let me actually give me a check to see if he has a chance of failing it or not. But nonetheless, though, he seems to give the big indication that at the very least, you might be able to hold some. That depends. Do you drink for the taste or do you drink for the experience?
Oh, if I had to choose between the two, maybe the experience, but I guess I'm keeping others in mind. They might like taste a bit more. I'll go with taste.
Aye, for the taste, I'd recommend more of a better sweeter rich mints, honestly. More of the fairy-based stuff, magically inclined. They tend to go down a lot fucking better, if I'm being honest. The more magically inclined, the probably better tasting it be, because it's not actually the original sign of taste. It's whatever the fuck they want it to be.
Is there anything a little less magical that you'd recommend? A brand of sorts?
Ivy's brew.
Ivy's. I'll keep down note on that.
Depends on whether or not you want to get fucked up or just have a good time and taste it.
I'll keep it in mind. As for fish, absolutely love the fish from before, even if I can't get it from somewhere that you recommend. Would it be possible to come back here every now and then and get a similar sized fish from you?
And whenever I have fish in stock, I can also have it ordered, but that costs.
Alright. I'll keep that in mind, but thank you. Right,
Doing
have a
my
good
job.
one.
Just gonna kind of wave you off a little bit, continue cleaning. And then, Lindsay, you walk up, and so far, it seems that they're in the middle of an actual duet where he's pretty much gazing at her, a sign of pure fucking love in his eyes. And she's pretty much gazing just as much, the mic up to her lips, as she's trying to sing. They seem to be in the mixture of singing a duet song, but also flirting.
No. So, in terms of that, Lindsay would walk up and then kind of catch the feeling of the room, and then, as much as she enjoys the music, she'll back away. It seems a little bit personal. She'll just move back.
Leaving into their pretty much loving moment. What do you do next?
So I'll try and find where the others went.
Is this the chick that was fighting alongside with us, like on the first, like? Circle?
Yes, this is Yagra.
Right. It's gonna go read her again.
And I also see one of Zolrin's companions there too.
This one? No, you just walked by Yagra.
Oh.
That was
Sorry.
the one you fought with the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, this one, yeah. These two were the ones that watched the room.
Yeah, you see pretty much Vic making out with Burke right now.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, they're
Ayo.
in one of the sitting booths, pretty much kissing on each other right now.
Where am I? All the ones behind me.
Let's disturb them.
It's Levy Corner.
Okay. No, she's talking to the fighter.
Yagra kind of tilts her head, gives you a gentle, like almost the most gentlest smile you've ever seen an orcish woman give someone. Hey.
That's wondering how you've been since we first met.
Feeling better. If I'm being honest, feeling better.
That's good. That's good. How are things holding up in
Hey,
here? Did anything else happen?
For the most part, nothing too exciting.
Ah, okay.
Just a couple of game shows, you could say. Overall, beyond the competition, last I checked, y'all missed actually.
Missed.
The drinking competition of some kind.
Oh, no, there was. We're aware of the drinking competition. The few of us took part. I couldn't do it.
Oh, there was another one out in the city? But there was one here at some point.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I just realized I got wires crossed. Okay, so there was one here. Ah.
Yeah, there was one here.
Ah, okay.
Orc tends to host quite a few of them every now and again.
It would be pretty funny if it was on the exact same day. No.
Mm.
Okay. But who won?
Who do you think?
You know, I think I'm now getting more confused. Was a big guy with the kobolds over here? On this
The big
tree?
turtle? Yeah, that's Orc.
So he's the one who won this one.
He won both of them last I checked.
Oh, both?
If there's a drinking competition, he's the one you gotta beat and worry about.
Oh, so he was there for both. Oh. No, my
He's
liver
hosting
could not
to see
survive
who
that.
can actually take him. That tends to be why he does it.
A
At least
lot of
last I checked.
the information is going like not over.
Admittedly, though, there's someone in that booth down there actually that almost caught him. If I'm being honest.
Who?
Let me think here. Nope, can't remember his name. I got blacked out. But from what I heard, he got to what? Round 22?
Imagine going 22 rounds.
Yeah, and pretty much Durnan had to bring out the back alley shit, if I'm being honest. That shit's pure overdosed liquor intensified.
Destroy one's liver.
Burn a hole through most people.
I'm good. But yeah, okay. Well, I hope he keeps the streak. Honestly, I wouldn't want to try.
I don't know. Maybe you'll get lucky one day. But hey, that's the fun of it, right?
Yeah.
Every now and again, he'll actually just host them and sit out on them to see who else can actually, get a good round in and win. Perhaps upraise a contender.
Sheesh.
Honestly, I'm glad the guy got some enjoyment back in his life.
That's good. Lizzie thinks to herself about like the sheer will that people will go for just to have some fun.
Yeah, hey, nah, never mind. Nah, just reminiscing on past shit and thinking of people that are gone now.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, do your thing. Hey, it happens, especially when you go down there.
Yeah.
You want my advice? Don't go.
No, eh?
Don't ever go down there.
I understand. Don't worry.
Give some up. But overall, though, hey, whatever you're here for, whatever you're up to, good luck with it.
Yeah, me and the crew are just looking for more jobs to do. But that's about it.
On.
You take care of yourself.
Good luck. Huh, alright. I heard Vilda's having a job, so.
Oh.
If you take that one, prepare for a good time, a freaky time.
I'm concerned of what that may entail.
Just gives a grin.
Oh god. Right. Lindsay slowly walks away, does a final bow, and then continues on.
With everyone pretty much, I'm assuming, catching up with each other. You all move over, and these spiders, seemingly unaware of your attention yet, step forward, kind of stancing up.
Mark will just take a
bit, probably about 4 inches taller than Ark, This is a pretty
Yeah.
fucking big spider.
That's a big one.
Oh, yeah.
Zol would just hold his hand out.
Looks over. Seems to be waiting for you to announce your intention.
We're just here to see Miss Vilda. We intend to possibly do one of their jobs.
Immediately calms down.
And Zol will give a knock on the stone.
The curtains that are usually here covering up seem to open by themselves, actually, allowing you entrance. She gestures to the other side of the seat. A seat that this spider seems to push forward and allow somebody to sit, stepping aside afterwards. This voice comes almost as if it's changing. As if it's like clicking to different tones of voices. As if deciding on which voice to take. But eventually lands on a gentle young voice. There we are. Hi. What can I help you with?
We're looking for jobs. Heard you may have a few.
Of course. I have one currently ongoing, and that I may need a hand of assistance with.
Well, perhaps we can be of said assistance.
I'm waiting for the rest of your groups to move in. There are 4 of you.
Is there
Hannah,
room?
Lindsay,
Okay.
I didn't want to come in if there's no room.
There's room right here. Shall I need to open more seats? She kind of gestures upon her hands, kind of doing a double clap, and you actually see skeletons suddenly emerge in front of you. Pretty much pristine, white, picked clean skeletons, and then they begin to shape into a skeleton chair.
That is horrifying and awesome at the same time.
Thank you.
Hannah would
Quite the
squint a little
ability you
bit
possess.
and just sit down.
Lindsay will also take a seat.
Okay, it's stable enough.
Be right back.
So then, I guess we'll start with business. What is your occupation? And what references do you have for tasks?
No. Actually, no. I'm not sure if I should be speaking for people.
Because I'm a healing cleric. I'm going around with my friends here, try and make some money, help people, do jobs. I suppose I don't have a preference there.
Also, I guess to be a bit more proper in no mic chat, this is actually the thing that you're looking for. A very well decorated and dressed. Young, but pretty much tall woman. Actually, no, I lied. This is not someone who's actually directly tall. Just kind of like an estimated, you'd say 5'3", actually, about Lindsay's size. But thin, for the most part, with the corset kind of thinning into their waist quite heavily. You can assume skeletal mask, as you do see fingers and hands that are just painted white, and not necessarily skeletal, as if somebody's playing pretend and dress up. A very expensive and fashionable dress up, as you notice that the pumpkin above her head also seems to be moving autonomously. It is gesturing faces at y'all with a smile. As if it's familiar.
And she was asking what skills we possess.
Yes, skill sets, as well as any references, jobs potentially that you've done in the past. I want to know who I'm hiring.
We've done
I
many
mean,
things so far.
my main skills revolve around archery and tracking. As for references, we recently performed a rescue for our friend Volo over there, which he noticed coming in. And some of us are currently under the employ of a individual by the name of Gate for a more long-term contract, shall we say.
You're after that foolish vault. Fun.
Indeed. Some of us are, at least. 3 of us have signed up to partake in that challenge. One among our party has not.
I see. Very well. I guess I'll get into the job assignment. A succeeded job from Volo is still, if not a decent mark in terms of your craft. I'm glad the old fool hasn't gotten you killed.
Indeed, though not for lack of trying. I was not looking forward to going against a Mind Flayer.
Ah. But you did not fight one.
No.
Thankfully.
Thankfully.
Thankfully, no.
You would not have walked away from that.
No, I feel we would not have, but no sense in
Getting away from one
reaction.
is still difficult. I applaud you.
We were fortunately lucky, but one wrong move and it could have went way worse.
Well, I suppose, without giving away too much, I have an item to find that is not too far away from my town. It seems that someone has taken something from me, and with the upcoming fall, I desperately need it back. I cannot host celebrations for everyone without it. And I desperately wish to hold the celebration for everybody if I can. After all, without fall, what is joy in the season?
Can you give us a more description of what this item might be? Or is this we'll know once we sign?
Oh, no. I can give the description now. This item is a prosperous heart of my town. It is a blackened beating orb of pure imagination.
Huh?
And it must be placed back within the well. Elsewise, the town itself cannot be sustained so easily. Everyone's working so hard to keep their pipes to make sure that it runs and functions. Their hands are so busy, we can't even prepare for the fall season, the fall celebration. So I'll require help from the outside, it seems. Trust that you will be compensated both within my town and outside of it. Oh, I do hope you enjoy the celebrations there as well.
Very well. Do you have any idea as to who took this orb of yours? Where they may have taken it?
I only have the items they had left behind, and I've already had an investigator look into it that will be assisting you throughout the endeavor. Alas, having some weight off his hands as he is but one creature.
Huh? Very well. I don't see any reason against this. What are your thoughts, everyone?
It seems doable. But
I have no
the whole
issues.
thing that confused me was the pure imagination. Like, it's left to our imagination, or it's literally... Is that a riddle?
It sounds to me like it is in core of some sort of energy. that sustains this village of hers.
Hmm.
I've heard of similar stories in my travels.
Okay. Seemingly like you know what you're doing then. And what, we don't give it to you, we put it in a well?
No. Simply hand it to me and I'll place it within the well. Although you can stay for that part as well if you wish.
But
It is quite the sight to behold.
Because
A parting gift for its sakes.
you caught my
Well,
curiosity.
let us see if we can find this orb first before we go agreeing to any festivities.
Well, first
Where
things
shall we begin?
first. This is the first time that I've not heard of the ask of payments.
I was about to ask about that actually.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
of
sort of
course,
just
Hannah. I'd
do.
expect it from you.
We do with just expectation
Hmm?
in the end. We just see,
Wait a minute. Wait. How did you know her name? I do not recall us giving our names.
She kind of just gives it a chittery smile. My, to leave you in suspense or to tell you now?
I think we could just level it to word carries around really quickly.
That's a good way to put it, actually.
So I was right.
People keep eyes on everything, including tabs.
Hmm.
Oh, that means that the adventures of the fork will live on even though it's snapped. Ah.
Dear Lord.
Hmm.
Anyways. Very well. What sort of payment may we expect for completion of this job, assuming we are able to locate this orb of yours?
Number 1, a treasure bag. Goodies from my lands bestowed upon to you. Items that may help guide you. Arcanic in nature most times, but other items that are also not. Depending on what you like. And depending on what better fits you.
Alright. Sounds
Number
like a very
2,
useful.
since so many of you like boring gold, I offer that as well. Although, if you choose to forego the gold, you'll get a special treasure box with only a mystery inside.
Ah, because we know what that's like, right, guys?
Up to you, of course. I offer the
Alright.
gamble for people.
Alright. Ark's just gonna kind of look to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are your thoughts? Are we in?
Well, that's good enough for me.
I agree.
Zoran?
Well,
Fine by me.
Seems you have 4 individuals aiding in your quest.
Potentially 5.
wonderful. Yes, actually. I'm aware that you're not with one of you.
Yes, unfortunately, one member of our party could not hold his liquor at the competition the other night.
Yeah.
How about this? Would you want for me to send word, then he can rejoin you on the other side?
Yeah. Actually.
By all means.
Very well. Would you just simply approach me again when you're ready? Or we can go now, depending on if you already are.
I cannot think of anything we require for preparations.
You know
Anyone
how long
else?
we'll be gone for?
Glances at IRL
Depends on
time.
you.
Hmm.
I can't exactly say when an investigation will end. It's an investigation.
So, in other words, this could be a few hours versus a few days, depending
If
on
it is a
how.
few days, I have preparations made. I take care of the guests of my town.
How many days out
I'm
is
sure.
it?
Yeah, how far away is it?
Repeat?
How long will we be traveling back and forth?
Oh, simply, dear. It'll just not even be but a 2-hour walk.
All right.
Mhm.
I'm ready to go when you are.
And what was the other question?
Hmm.
How far it was?
No, yeah, you already answered the question.
In a distant land far, far away.
Oh, so whimsical.
Let us
Well then.
respect to our walk.
I can
Did
already
say
tell
that
this
you
is
would be a
very
cheeky, cheery one. Consider me charmed. Okay, what about the rest of you? Are y'all ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Ready.
Let's go then.
It'll be quite the experience.
All right. Excuse me.
Oh,
Mhm.
She seems to get up, and you notice slight sounds in her movements, moving quite regularly and at a decent pace, but almost as if stumbling each step, kind of like a Jack Sparrow syndrome. She then moves up, and her spider seems to put her and thrust her upon its back, riding it much like a chariot. Oh, right. I suppose you'll need your rides too, won't you? She seems, as it climbs up on the table, she just stops concentration on the spell.
Oh, they're all big. Okay.
Hop aboard.
I had a suspicion.
Lindsay does a bow in respect before climbing.
Of course. Which it seems to allow. It seems big enough and fit for at least 2 people. For each of you.
Oh,
I'll travel with Lindsay.
okay.
Nope. Ark's just going to make sure the dragon stays safe while he clambers aboard as well, giving a bow.
Okay. And you all actually end up riding out of the gaping maw.
Oh, that's
In-
funny.
Hold on.
Travel by spider. This was not something on my bingo card, but okay.
As
So,
as they pass the
interestingly enough-
kobolds, they wave.
When you they they seem to think you're getting kidnapped as orcs like, no, boy, no, down, boys. Down. But overall, actually, if y'all look at the rat, y'all are not even going back to the city. Y'all are going a complete right into mostly uncharted terrain, and so you actually see this old, dirty road patch among some trees with black leaves. An entire black forest. Moving deeper and deeper and deeper in, eventually you see what is to be, after 2 hours, a teleportation circle on a stone. A large spherical stone.
Spherical.
Massive. She steps off and moves to the center of the teleportation circle and smiles to you all. When you're ready, step on.
Ark will hop off and help Lindsay down.
Thanks so much.
Zol do the same for Hannah.
Thank you.
As you
Ark's gonna look at the circle.
Oh, they're so fluffy. Sorry.
Teleportation circles. Alright, this is what you meant by far away, but a mere 2-hour walk. Well, once everyone's ready, I'll
If
step
anyone has
on
a hat,
into the...
hold on to it. Instead of it being a teleportation circle, a trap door as the rock slides out very quickly from underneath your feet. She doesn't even move a bit. You all just plummet. Suddenly going down this stone-cased slide. Kind of like a, you know those, like, in the old-fashioned cartoons and some movies, where it's like stone water slides?
Yeah.
That's what you're going down right now. You're going down a stone slide that's so smooth, you're just skidding down.
Damn, I
Also
was
startled.
wondering,
Hang
but
You are straight up going on that kind of journey.
I was
going down that
I was
rabbit
thinking-
hole.
thinking more Emperor's New Groove. Pull the lever, Krunk!
Mm-hmm.
Wrong lever!
Kinda, yeah. Overall, the dragon it's just immediately kind of grips, digging its claws into you, Ark.
Yep, Ark is just gonna wrap his arms around the little one. It's okay, little one. I got you. I got you.
It's just giggling the entire way down. I love this slide.
Is it? What's the rule
Hey.
for startled
And
or
it's just
being
screaming.
startled? It's intelligence or
You're either startled or you're not usually, but it's wisdom if you want to check.
wisdom. Alright. Okay, she's like moderately expecting some shit, but she wasn't expecting this, so she's just rolling with it.
If anything, Ark is more comfortable with this than
teleportation
magic.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the
Overall, though.
It's very chaotic. This.
Overall, though, yeah, you slide on down, and eventually, you all reach this almost empty path. You know that scene in Coraline? Have you seen the movie where everything's like a faded distance, like not everything's built yet?
Yeah.
You see that, a void actually, except for this one leafy patched area with a door before you. A closed door, with a pumpkin on it. A very old door of a tree-carved door. She smiles and approaches it.
Everyone okay from that one?
What?
Let's go. Let's do it again.
That was fun, but also I'm dizzy. Okay.
She opens the door, bows, and gestures for you to go in.
He's all walking.
Everyone.
I'm alright.
Once Ark was sure everyone is okay, he'll step in as well.
I guess we all.
I'm just fixing my hair. Yep. I'm good.
And you all go through. Give me 5 minutes. Everyone refresh your drinks, refresh your snacks. I will be right back.
I'm gonna put the
Yep.
pizza in the oven. Wait, I'll check
Go
the
ahead.
sandwich. Yeah, which one?
I'm gonna
I don't know.
Pizza. Shit.
5 minutes.
go hop off. Heat up some chip dip.
Hell
Buffalo
yeah.
chicken chip dip.
Hell yeah. Oh, chicken. I'm getting chicken.
Alright. Be right back.
I'm gonna grab my food.
Back. Got 'em.
Apologies for the wait, everyone. Are we all back and ready?
Hell yeah.
Ready to rock and roll?
Let's get it. Damn it. Yeah. Sorry, my actual headset was muted. I'm like, yeah, let's get it. I didn't know it heard me. I'm like,
Ooh.
Alrighty. So, with this effects then. With y'all sliding and y'all entering through the door, eventually you emerge on the other side of it. Your vision seemed blurry at first when you first entered. The room you entered in is so dark, so vacant, actually. It's like a blank space. As if you're walking through a void. Even those with dark vision don't see anything before you, until suddenly you do. There's like almost a light, sort of, at the end of the tunnel. That is until at the very, very end, you emerge. Like, going through a cave system of some sort. Dirt, branches, you see grass below your feet. You feel grass, a different color though. An almost grayish purple type of grass below your feet. Soft. Soft to walk on. Do all of y'all continue stepping forward?
yeah.
As you feel, with this kind of entrance, can you turn back?
Something tells me I don't think we can.
We can't.
Gotta go forward to go back.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm
So-
with you.
Yes.
Keep walking.
Mhm.
You all emerge after the edge of this tunnel. You look and see the distant line of jack-o'-lanterns, carved out pumpkins with candles or some kind of light inside, many with different faces, different forms, different shapes, all in expression of a fall-like season. You see many dead, branch-like, whittled trees, but also many vibrant autumn, orangish, yellow-turned leaves scattered about. You see the trees that they come from. You see a stone path before you. You feel a breezing cold sensation on you. You are very much so in a different place.
Very curious landscape.
You look around, the dirt here moving, probably you can estimate maybe 15 foot high, actually, up upon this hill.
Oh, God, they're gonna put up the decorations soon in stores, I just realized.
What?
Telling you. Never mind.
You look around, but you don't see Vilda anywhere.
Where'd our new friend go?
Where did she go?
I'm sure she's around here somewhere.
Hopefully.
Well, I guess the question we now need to ask ourselves: do we go left or right?
Question indeed.
Are there any like signs or anything, or is it just road?
Anything we can spot in the distance?
No sign, but you do see the fact that the rocky road seems to trail off and actually turn into a dirt path this way. But the rocky road seems to continue more along the other way, towards your right.
Follow the brick road?
Oh, the yellow brick
Sounds
road.
like save his butt.
Yeah.
Alright.
There's a town.
After making sure the dragon's alright, they'll continue along the path. But, sorry, what was the name of the dragon that we agreed upon again?
Aquaria.
Aquaria, yeah.
Aquaria. Alright, just make him...
Alright. Moving your path downward, you continue down. Oh, forgot to place you. Apologies. Let me go ahead and do so. You see and look up at the sky, more or less what you could tell to still actually be almost a darkish, like, gray moving mass, as if somebody had drawn in or colored in a gray sky with some sort of colored pencil or a vibrant mess. It's constantly moving. It's actually quite pleasant to the eyes to some extent for anybody who likes an area that is a lot more grayed. It at least makes the colors, when shown, much more vibrant.
I'm getting the heebie-jeebies. This is sinister.
It definitely seems to have a touch of well, to say the very least, a very darker season idea. Coming upon the continued stone branching path, you see more regular pumpkins, actually. Some of them uncarved, but many of them still lighting up with the same vibrant jack-o'-lantern style. And you look down to the seemingly larger chasm below. This one estimating down a path so dark, so deep, that you can't actually see the bottom yet.
That's a bit concerning.
A bit concerning.
Mind your steps.
You hear the distant jack-o'-lantern laughing.
Oh. Mm-mm.
I just don't know how to feel.
Are chasms like that normal
Maybe.
around here?
Can we guarantee that anything we see right now is normal?
No.
Probably not.
Can we guarantee that we are normal?
Wait,
Well, you, my friend, certainly. You, my friend, are certainly not normal.
Well, look who's here saying that I'm not.
Says the one who tried to get ahead this morning and failed.
Any more details about that encounter?
What encounter?
You know what I'm talking about, you pervert.
Whoa.
The dragon raises an eyebrow. Alright.
Mind your own.
Besides, what really is normal?
As you approach this, a blackened metal fence moving and trailing on, different sizes, going from like 10 feet to like 6 feet to 5 feet in terms of the fencing itself. But one with notably a skeleton at the very end. The skeleton that just so happens to have a sign that says, "Welcome to the town of Hollow's Heart."
Looks like we found our place.
Interesting.
Lovely name, not gonna lie to you. Poetic.
It is.
Interesting.
Aquaria, come on.
He seems to be messing with one of the pumpkins.
Aquaria!
Oh.
Please.
Flies over.
Thank you.
Zoran would offer an
In
arm
which
for the
case,
job.
you continue down the path,
Lindsay
moving
takes
over, and
Aquaria,
eventually
has her on her shoulder.
they're quite heavy.
How heavy? Okay, she attempts and puts him down.
Not too far from your actual weight.
No, she puts her down.
Mhm.
Ark would scoop the dragon up and carry it.
Yeah,
Seems
you better off.
not in contempt, but it seems complacent. Overall, though, you move through the woods following the path, and eventually you see a distant show of smoke, actually. And moving closer, you begin to see the makings of a town. Down past a lot of dead trees, you see giant mushrooms, actually, giant mushroom homes with ladders at the end of them to move into the mushroom. And then you see it right as you enter through towards the front gate. The larger town of Hollows.
Ooh.
You had moved through Hollows Woods, it seemed, and made it towards the town. In which case, you begin to move through the entrance, as you can see hear a distant sound of violins playing. That of a gentle but uppity tune, actually. Quite vibrant, almost trying to move into a catchy tune that is slight hint ominous, slight hint exciting, attempting to be appeasing to that nature. You, upon moving further in, hearing the more of a Hallows Eve-esque theme of a music, kind of like, you know how some people... Kind of how the best put. I'm gonna put this into the music suggestions. Under the context that more than likely it is copyright free.
Oh God, I hope so.
Considering this is what people do on put on for streams and everything else like that, I'm assuming so.
There we go.
I just have the Halloween Town Kingdom Hearts music just playing in my head.
Mm-hmm.
How long is this? Fuck me, it's 10
I
hours.
love
Right.
Kino.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ark's just kind of looking around the town. Very curious place.
You can, in the
I think
distance,
it's safe to
see
say.
a different astray of vibrant, kind of misshape, but like larger to smaller shapen houses. Eccentric, almost each of them with a darkened, almost coffin-like theme to them. Kind of like how someone would actually design their house in a fall or repaint it for a haunted manor. You see many houses like this, some of them with vibrant colors, large reddish roofs, some of them with purple aspects in some of their ideals. Many of them holding and bestowing even larger size jack-o'-lanterns next to their houses. Black stray cats, many things. This seems like almost a dark but joyful theme in terms of the town atmosphere.
I have a feeling I know what's going on here, but I'm not sure if Ark would know.
You see displayed guillotines, display different manners. In fact, the first moment you went, you see market stalls for what would be a fall festival. Different bits of apple caramel pumpkins, and different items of food displays. So many different games. It's weird, but almost enticing. As you all move through, you begin to see what you first thought to be people. But soon you begin to look at things that you would only first attack, usually. This is far different than what you'd expect. You see ghouls, you see skeletons, you see undead creatures of the cryptid-like. You see antlered-bearing, deer-walking humanoid creatures. You see, to surprise, headless people walking hand to hand, holding their heads beside them.
Lindsay takes off her head.
Hannah's like on edge.
And then the first one begins to look at you and actually approach. What do you all do? As you see a shadowy figure beginning to make its way towards you.
Lindsay's gonna... Wait, fuck, do I need a history check in order to not freak out? Or...
A history check? No. In order to not freak out, to keep your composure, it's a wisdom check.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, it's to keep your composure, it's charisma, actually, to fake it.
Charisma. Because it's
So,
kind of...
I'm gonna
she's not
place your tokens
strange.
differently on here, actually.
She's not
In
as
case y'all
strange
I have a
as the
theory.
environment, but like, it's new.
I have a theory on what this place is, so... But again, I'm not sure if Arcanist would be able to fully decipher what's going on here. Am I allowed to make an out-of-character guess on what this place is?
Go ahead.
They've basically they've basically been brought into a sort of pocket Fey dimension that is Halloween themed.
Not Fae directly, but definitely Fae have come here. Many, many times. And
I definitely want
honestly,
to see if Hannah knows.
how do I best put this? Even the Fae have origins to here.
But
This
still,
something that was
it's a primordial. It's a primordial realm.
It is pretty much a primordial realm that actually birthed the seasons that the Fae kind of originate from. Is the best thing that you could potentially, even with a natural 20, sustain. But that was never proven. That was only science theory. That the Fae came from somewhere. However, with all of this in tow and innate, as you look upon it, what do you do as the figure's approaching now?
Lindsay, with her head in hand, is maintaining her composure, but got the roll for that.
To maintain composure, make me a charisma check.
Please, bitch. Alright, whoops, it canceled. Look, the fuck that person. Zoom, enhance. Charisma.
Zoom and enhance.
Oh, there was. It's +5. 18.
That's not with advantage. That's a 6.
Oh, what the fuck is 18 for?
That's if you
did
had
it with
rolled it.
advantage.
Oh.
Advantage.
I rolled a 1!
You see, in No Mike, this creature begin to make its way towards you.
Oh, Jesus Christ, it's fucking Venom.
Ugh.
I was gonna say, can I have Hannah use Eyes of the Grave?
Ironically, this thing's not undead. But you do definitely
Yeah,
sense
just in
undead
general.
around. Quite vagrantly. Many
Yeah.
undead.
That could be.
New people, new arrivals.
He just kind of claps his hands upward, and everyone turns.
It's just Hannah would detect the...
relief.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Just Ark's gonna let out a sigh of relief. Good. At least the locals are friendly enough.
He immediately makes his way up, holding out his hand, actually. His very clawed, somewhat slimy hand, but holding out nonetheless.
Welcome. Let me be the first to welcome you in.
Oh,
It's a pleasure.
hello.
Hello.
Hello. Right. Right. Welcome. Normally we allow guests on the day of fall, but I hear that you're going to be the arrivals assisting us from our lord.
Indeed, we came by way of Vilda. She's wanted us to help locate a lost artifact of yours.
Lady Lord Velda. Well, Jacko boy. My apologies. But yes, come on in. Allow everyone to show and introduce themselves.
You see many of the guests beginning to make their way towards you. And you see many effaced figures. Another one begins to approach you, quite hastily actually. Someone who you could probably guess is a little excitable. Overall though, nonetheless, they immediately pop up and actually just pretty much jump pretty much 10 feet in the air and land right in front of Lindsay. Hi! Welcome.
Her body and her head are both pointing downwards now, like as she breathes heavily.
Okay.
Uh-oh, we got a scaredy legs.
This is gonna be interesting.
Careful, Lindsay. Don't go losing your head.
Shut
We love scaredy cats here. Don't be shy. I'm sure you'll have a good time.
Hmm.
And you see another one approach her and actually jump up and pinch her ear. Okay. And you see a small cloaked black cat. I mean black, as in like you see her and you see darkness. Figure with glowing orange eyes, red cloak. Overall, looks mystical, as even its hands have a vibrant warmth to them. You remember our Lord Lady's words, don't you? Those who are easy to scare will be taken with care. Or did you forget? No, I know. I was just getting a little uppy, you know? People.
I thought you were about to say taken away. I'm like, no, you're not gonna arrest me for being scared.
No. We care for all those within our town.
I'm going to make a guess that visitors are not a common sighting here.
Much more common than you think, actually. Once a year, wrong one. Many of the children, and that of other kind of guests, are brought here more often than not, actually. It's a seasonal event, you see, and we are very picky about who we allow in. I could go over the specifics, but our Lord Lady would know much more than I do. That or
Yes,
one of the elders.
Yes, your Lord Lady showed us the way here, but seems we got separated along the way.
She does that more often than you would expect to believe. She still believes in her trickery, although good-hearted and intended, as it always is. She simply wanted you to have an exciting first arrival in our town. One for the eccentrics, you could say.
That is
But
understandable.
I apologize if it was a bother.
Not at all.
No, I'm fine.
Oh, there he is. I believe Manifesto's coming over now.
Oh,
You see this old, hag-like woman walking with a cane, dressed in a dark blood-red cloak mixed with a green, almost seaweed-like sags. Black hair, pale skin, about what you'd expect as she approaches with a smile, a toothy smile on her face. Well, what do we got here? Oh, look at all you bright cheeked little fellas, aren't you? Oh, welcome to the town!
looks at the picture. Calypso, is that you?
Bows head.
Why aren't you like 18 feet tall and on a pirate ship? Why do you not sound Jamaican? Oh god.
Because I believe I can't pull it off, but we'll see. Right, well,
Well met.
welcome. Oh, we love the guests here. Oh, Anybody want a gummy worm?
No,
What?
absolutely not. No offense.
If you're offering.
Oh
She
no.
holds out a small bowl of moving actual, gummy worms, effectively, but moving.
Zolan will take one, pop it in his mouth.
That is
They taste
Ark,
quite sweet and actually pretty delectable.
under her
Ark will
voice.
take
She's
one.
like, that looks so vile.
As expected, a very sugary, slightly meaty treat. It's weird to taste sugar upon a meaty thing.
Ark will take one of the worms and kind of hold it out for Aquaria.
Swallow.
Uh,
Right, well, they're not gonna make it past the entrance at this rate. We need to get you moving, otherwise all of the other— oh no. Seems that several doors from houses swing open. Did I hear new guests? Oh no, it's
oh
starting.
shit.
Oh dear.
The entire town will be here in the moment. We gotta move.
Lead the way.
In between the groups.
And with
Oh,
that,
really?
I think we'll actually end off session.
Ah.
Ugh.
What a cliffhanger. We're being assaulted by the townsfolk, but in a positive way.
Not just
Like,
any townsfolk.
And it's just modified.
Not just any townsfolk. We're literally in a primordial realm.
Halloween
Pretty
town.
much.
I was gonna ask
So
if
you can make it-
I could, like, when we were checking, if there's anything I could roll to see if Hannah knows what it is.
Make me— it's a very high DC, but make me either Arcana or History.
Hmm.
Or actually, no. Arcana, History, or Religion. Those are the three
okay.
choices.
Arcana,
Those two.
Dang.
history, or religion.
Dang.
It's an even split for me on that.
Oh, well.
Alright,
Hmm.
goes up for me.
They'll probably all lead to the same result.
History check.
Damn.
Nope.
Damn.
Hannah, the most information you would assume is this Fae, but you don't feel a Fae sense in this world.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
whatever
but Hannah's
this
just
is,
on edge.
it's curious, to say the very least. Is the best way you could put it. It's curious.
Tanner,
Hmm.
Yeah?
due to what I am, doesn't Hannah just immediately detect that I'm undead?
Due to, no. Actually, well, is there anything on your sheet saying that you would detect undead?
Me or Hannah?
Oh.
I'm talking about Hannah.
Oh, well, then yes. Hannah, you detect that Lindsay's an undead.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That slipped my mind. Yes.
Well, we kind of would have figured that out when
When she pulled
Lindsay
her
ripped
fucking
her
head
own
off.
head off.
Yeah.
Oh, only you saw that.
No, I'm talking about before when she was trying to
Yeah.
when she
Yeah,
was trying to
intimidate the ghost.
intimidate the tavern former
Yeah,
owner.
that'll do
Yeah.
it. But yeah, no. I hope y'all enjoyed this session.
This one,
Yeah.
I'm addicted to
Just fun.
VR chat. I'm launching VR chat. I've got one out.
And tomorrow,
we got another one tomorrow.
and tomorrow we continue.
It's true.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we do indeed continue. And
Hmm.
I hope y'all are excited.
Of course I am.
Yeah.
This is
I'm
gonna
ready
be
for
interesting.
Halloween Town, copyright-free version.
Copyright-free version of Halloween Town. Tabletop and 2D.
Hopefully we can level up and I can start getting my my class in.
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm.
I gotta highlight this.
But for now-
section.
But for now, see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Later.
Take care, y'all. Bye-bye.
I'm
This is
gonna
the
hop
worst.
into the
My
VR as well.
thoughts.
And with that, okay. This is more like a dig at real life, not the game. I'm hearing Halloween music just on the buck end of summer being over. Good lord, this is so weird. Turn off. Anyways, Stay safe, have yourselves a good night. I'm out this piece. Bye bye. Take care.